your screen share. Hi, Peony 143. How's it going? Welcome to YouTube Live as well, because we are live streaming on both platforms. Lady B is on TikTok. Welcome, welcome, Lady B. Welcome to everybody that is joining for the very first time on YouTube. And to my repeat offenders here on TikTok, welcome, welcome, welcome. So glad to have you join me. Let me share out my own live. That would be smart. All right, so we are good to go. Let me just put up my sticker to announce what we're talking about. But to those of you who are joining me on YouTube for, I want to say the very first time, because um, I really haven't been live on this platform. So I guess I should start by formally introducing myself. As the handle suggests, I'm Unfollow the Noise, other known as Faye. So if you stop by and you want to say hi, or you see my content and you're enjoying what you see, you could say hi in the comments. And while you're probably watching me live, don't be shy, say hi, because I don't bite. To those of you on TikTok, welcome, welcome. Happy Wednesday to each and every one of you. What did Ask the Agent call it? Relationship currency. All right, currency. This is what happens when you don't stick to your original topic, because I was inspired by a community member on TikTok. And I was like, I love what Ask the Agent is saying. Hi, Robinson. And I feel like I want to talk about that. Though the topic has been researched for like what, the past hour, it doesn't matter, because if you consider yourself to be a beginner content, and guys, if you see me going between two screens, it's not because I got Tourette's, but it's because I am multitasking. So as a beginner content creator, you got to try a whole bunch of things. That is what I posted in my last video. A lot of people like to tell people that, hey, Vibe Supreme, that you have to niche down and all this. And the Fort, welcome into the King's Connection. Thank you so much for liking the live. That reminded me that I need to be tapping for myself. So multitask. Blessings, blessings, brother. How are you? Happy Wednesday. To those of you on YT, like I said, if you see me going back and forth, I am multitasking, and now I just added an additional device. So as I was saying, welcome in resilience. I was on Ask the Agent. Thank you so much for the heart me. I was just briefly on Ask the Agent live. Welcome in, Galisha. And he was talking about relationship currency. Keeping in mind, as he was talking about it, I was like, okay, this seems interesting. Let's see where he's going to go. And oh, thank you so much, brother. Wow. Thank you so much for the blessings. I appreciate that. Money gun brother said, Wallace, big up yourself. Dilsher, welcome, welcome. And if I mispronounce your name or your handle, it's after 5 p.m. I probably got ADHD, dyslexic, and all that. And listen, I'm just showing up as me. But as I was saying, I was on Ask the Agents live earlier, and as the agent was talking about, here I am, I haven't been out of breath in a hot minute. As the agent was talking about relationship currency, and the analogy behind it is ultimately building trust. And so he asked the question, why is it that you keep going to, that specific hairdresser? Why do you keep going to that specific bakery or whatever? My question to you would be, why do you go to that specific Tim Hortons? Because you know that when you go through the drive-through and you place your order, by the time you get to the window, you know that you're automatically going to get what you ordered. And it's not going to be either they stirred your coffee and you said don't stir it, they added milk and you wanted cream. You make your own coffee. Listen, I have no reason to go to Tim Hortons like that, because I have make my own coffee at home too. And I've actually cut down on coffee, because coffee be expensive, the King's Connection. So if you do like coffee and you're an avid coffee drinker, the coffee's on sale for the next 2 weeks at Costco. The Nescafe Rich, the can that's normally $20, now's your time to re-up. Here I am plugging Costco, and I'm not even sponsored yet. Costco, you hearing me out. Thank you so much for the heart, me, Galisha. Um, I lost my, oh, okay. So yeah, that was the question. So it boils down to trust, right? And so when he asked the question, I was like, um, I didn't answer specifically to the bakery and those things. I answered specifically to the hairdresser. I go, well, because I trust myself. I am my own hairdresser. And then I tied it to, no, no, no. This is TT University. This is TT University. The word relationship ties to TT University. I'm coming in just 2 seconds. And so I answered, well, that's why I'm so sweet. That's why, my boo picked me because he eventually trusted me and decided to make me his, right? Um, and so I was like, okay, great. That's going to be my topic for this live. So basically, relationship currency, how I'm going to use it towards TT University and towards YouTube is basically before somebody gets to know you, they need to feel out your vibe, they need to feel out your tone. They need to know why they need to stick around your page. Like if I use the analogy of the King's Connection, why do people always end up at the King's Connection? One is, oh, what's up, family? One, because they know that they're going to get a laugh, whether they're there to find love. Thank you so much for the repost and thank you for the likes. Whether they are there to find love, whether they are there to laugh or cause trouble, they now know that they listen. When we used to tell them back in the day, turn on your notification so you never miss a live, they wasn't listening. Now, these people, especially since he took his sabbatical and he's back, um, they have their notifications on. Trust me, when the King Connection is live, the people who always end up in the box are the ones who are there tapping away. They're not there looking for love. They're out there for their Netflix episode. The King's Connection has now become a Netflix episode. Is that though? Um, I'm not sure if I confused you when I was talking about the King's Connection, but he will be live in a few hours. I was just using him as an analogy. People have gotten to know who he is. People have gotten to trust him, knowing that he's going to show up Monday through Thursday. He's going to show up on this specific time, and when it is that he cannot show up, he's going to let you know through a story and things like that. So he has developed the community trust. And so people are going to show up to watch him, whether it is they want to laugh or whether it is they are looking for love. And so that is the analogy of relationship currency. I feel like a lot of beginner creators and even some of the creators that have reached whatever milestone, you're still, well, I shouldn't say they are still out there searching for vanity metrics. They're still out there worried about follower count, views, likes, and things like that. And before you could even worry about that, why not worry about what it is that you're going to deliver? Why somebody should show up to your platform and ultimately build the connection. And through the connection, you'll build trust and then you'll have them going back. And now it's time for me to this topic is so impromptu. I feel all over the place, but you guys know how I rock. You don't know. Thank you so much for the likes. Thank you for the shares, and most importantly, thank you for spending some time with me. Um, Simplicity, I am. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Something like that. Something like what, King? So, King, don't forget to go to Costco, okay? Get that coffee. If you need a sponsor, let me know. $20 versus $12.99. But yeah, if I were to ask you, what is that particular place that you keep going back to? What keeps you going back? Not to your husband, not to your wife, but what is that particular place or what is that particular creator's page that keeps you going back? Can you guys give me some answers in the comments as to what keeps you going back? If it is the King's Connection, let me know. What keeps you going back to the King's Connection? Is it because you want to make people laugh in the comments? So you're like, I need to keep coming back because I don't know what kind of funny business is going to go on tonight. And I just feel like I need to laugh. Is that your daily dose of Netflix medicine? Okay, you guys are talking, which is great. It's so funny. Like I'm live on on YT at the same time, and not nervous to be live on YT, but funny enough, I'm watching the time because I'm here for a good time and not a long time. Mildred Views, Gary Kennedy, welcome, welcome in. So basically, I now need to take a peek at my notes because it is an impromptu piece of content. I asked that. All right. So yeah, my question still stands. What keeps you guys going back or coming back to the King's Connection? What keeps you coming back to Unfollow the Noise? Is it the TikTok University or is it the Friday night where everything goes and you know that on an Everything Goes Friday, we are either going to play some music, we are going to laugh, we are going to have an impromptu love connection. What keeps you coming back? TikTok with all their fandangles like 12 Odugu, what's up? If you're still looking for love, you can pop up on my brother's channel, my brother's page in the next few hours. If not, you can join me back here on Friday and hopefully we can find your wife. Stacy Speaks Life. What's up? My authenticity. Thank you. What is it about my authenticity and how did you discover that I was being authentic? Anything goes on my Sabbath, Lord. Stacy, welcome, welcome, welcome. Listen, live streaming on YT is so different than streaming on TikTok. And so, yeah, ultimately, what keeps you, okay, let me, my genuineness to help. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you too, brother. I appreciate you. And you know the tutorial that I sent you last night? Tell me why it is that the first instructions that I gave you to do it is how I did it today. But the both are valid. So and he doesn't know me from exactly, and we don't know each other. Our anniversary is coming up pretty soon, isn't it? I can't remember when we met, but I know it was summertime. Our anniversary is coming up. Ultimately, yeah, I know like very few people on here. Faye, of course, you could always ask me a question. You could always ask questions. That's what we're here for. We're here for a good time and to ask questions. Galisha said, I watch for entertainment, hope sometimes she hopes for a possible match. But if I ever see someone and you know what's funny? Oh yeah, you could hop in the box. Of course, request. You know what's funny? And I may not get the chance to say it later if I don't end up in the panel on the King's Connection. Have you guys noticed for I think it's been I want to say 2 weeks. He had like he laughs, but he's doing good. But ultimately, he's being unapologetically and authentically himself. And him laughing when something goes left or whatever is what makes him the King's Connection. And that's why people come back because once King starts to sing or he starts to laugh, it's over. Welcome up, Stacy Speaks Live. Happy Wednesday and welcome, welcome, welcome. What's up?
May all the lines fall for you in pleasant places. I just wanted to ask, can a moderator pin comment on TikTok Live?
A moderator can pin comments if the host has given you that access. So if I have opened the bar for you to be able to pin comments, then if you're my moderator, you'll be able to do it. But if I turn it off, then you cannot pin comments and you cannot pin comments while you have panelists. So while I have you in the box and there's something that you wanted to pin for the moderator, you won't be able to pin it because you have guests. You could only pin comments when the host is solo.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, but I cannot do it either way. Even when I'm in the box, I can't do it. Or even if I'm just watching the live, I can't do it either. Neither can he.
Let me re-explain. Okay, so you see how I was just myself before you came up? If you are my moderator and I needed and I said, hey, Stacy Speaks Live, can you pin this for me? And I opened it up in the background of you being my moderator, then you can pin it. But if I don't give you permission to pin comments, you cannot pin comments. Your person that you moderate for has to open that toggle to say, I want Stacy Speaks Live to pin comments. If you don't have that open, then you won't be able to pin comments for that moderator.
Okay.
Yes.
But like I was saying as well, Faye, he can't do it himself either. Like he cannot pin any comment.
Yes, he can. Yes. If I can.
He said that he's having difficulty doing it.
Okay, so
Like
it could It could be one of two things. So TikTok approves every single message that comes up on the screen. So if he's trying to pin something and the message goes against the community guidelines, it will not be approved. You'll see that you keep pressing pin and it doesn't pin. And once it's approved, it only lasts for 59 seconds. So you're going to have to keep repinning it or recopy and pasting it in the comment section. So tell him to, are you in the box alone? Are you asking the question to Stacy Speaks Life? So it depends on the vocabulary and the message that is, being portrayed through that pinned comment. That's one you're asking. Okay, so Stacy, King is asking you a question. He's asking you, welcome in Z. King asked you if he's alone in the while he's live.
Yes, he's alone in the box sometimes. When he wants to pick a comment, I can't do it. But sometimes he do have people up in the box and he cannot. He's not even seeing that what you just explained, Faye. He's not seeing it.
Can
He's
you
not seeing that.
can you share?
He's
He's
not
not
seeing
seeing
that
that at
option.
all. Are you able to
No,
share the creators live with me whenever they're live and I can maybe possibly like see and assist?
you are so good. You're so awesome. Like the best person there is. God bless you. I will.
You're
All
very
right.
welcome. Yeah, so share the live with me and we'll figure it out when the person is live.
All right. He normally goes live in the daytime, so I'm not sure if he will be
So
on.
long as you just share the live and once I'm in my
Mm.
inbox, I will definitely see it. But yeah, like the King's Connection said, you have to press down on the comment and then it will give you the
Mm-hmm.
option to pin it. But most times, if there's language in there that goes against the community guidelines, you won't be able to pin it. So let's just say I wanted to pin something in regards to money or something in regards to I don't know, just something that vocabulary that goes against their
Mm-hmm.
guidelines. It won't allow me to pin
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Oh, all
Yes.
right. No problem.
No
And
problem.
you normally do TT University when? So
I
maybe I can
normally
share the
do it
link as well so
on
that he can.
I so for now because it's summer, I'm here on Wednesdays, but that doesn't mean that you can't tell him to DM me and ask me a question and I'll still come live and do a tutorial or answer the
Oh,
question same way.
all right. No
Yeah.
problem. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you
You're
so
more
much.
than welcome. It was a pleasure speaking to you.
You are so sweet.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye. Um, Let me see. Thank you so much, King, for the assistance. Avon, welcome, welcome, welcome. You'll be able to join the King's Connection later on. He's going live. You are looking for love. And I will tell you this, Avon, this has nothing to do with TikTok University. When you go up in the box, we need I'm speaking to you specifically, be more confident. Don't come up and say, well, boy, send me at this, send me at that. Ladies want to hear and see your confidence. If they cannot see it and they cannot feel it, it is going to take you a very long time to find your rib. And I know that you have confidence. Not only do you look good, you have all the qualities that the Lord has placed in you. You just need to be able to show them. Step out of that bubble just a little bit, and that just might make the difference between you finding her sooner rather than later. Okay, okay. Um, TikTok active. Let me see what Resilience said. Very entertaining and non-judgmental. Didn't drop the Muslim viewers based. Of course, the King's Connection. Listen, we don't drop anybody like that unless we need to. And when it comes on to religion, and King could speak for himself, he's so not that individual. Ultimately, his show is to connect individuals no matter what your religion is. The only type of people that he will not connect is if you're a part of the rainbow community, that he will not connect. But anything else, he will connect you because ultimately his calling is to find you love. Isn't that it, King? Um, you can't do it when you're co-hosting. Press down. Let me see. Thank you so much for the heartbeat, King. Why are you saying TikTok is a thief? Why are you saying that? I thought you got 10 money guns last night. Oh, you just got coffee money. King, you know how it works. You know how it works. It is a business. For those of you who are just joining, welcome to TikTok University. I'm Unfollow the Noise, or you can call me Faye. TikTok, like any other platform, the same for your workplace. It is a business, and a business is always going to put themselves first before they, put their employees or the people first. So yeah, they got to take what they got to take, and then you get what you need to get. But ultimately, our goal is to get to the B level and transcend over to the A level, because we need to be the top of top and only one Christian platform on this app. You see it? All right. That's ultimately our goal. But I see money guns. Yes, the score went up. And essentially, yes, of course, it's meant to. But look at it this way, King. You got the best of both worlds. You won the did you win the game? I don't even remember, because last night was so far for me. You won the game. Your community is getting stronger. Yes, TikTok a thief, but then we're still building up the league. So we're picking, but them are thief same way. Them are thief. Just like how when you see that you don't get a double or a triple, remember that it is strategic. This platform is a business. If they keep giving out too much doubles and triples, knowing that, yeah, you're going to pay to buy coins to send a gift, but ultimately, it's going to possibly like double or triple your points. They need to gauge it. Do I feel like being nice, or do I feel like being stingy? And sometimes that's why they're stingy. To those of you who are watching me on YT, Unfollow the Noise, aka Faye. This is just a live version of Clarity for Beginners. I mainly go live on TikTok with these kind of topics. It is a first for me on YT, so bear with me. It is very, very choppy over here. Sometimes we don't even stick to the notes, but ultimately, you always leave with a good takeaway. Okay. How do I see the numbers of gifts sent? How do you see the numbers? So you want to know how many gifts, like individually, that were sent? So you'll know that. I think the only way that you're going to be, and this is me thinking out loud because I've never honestly looked at it, but at the end of your live stream when it says thank this person for gifting you, at the end you can see what gift was sent by which individual. That will allow you to see how many gifts was sent. So I guess in your field of life you work with numbers, and so you want to take inventory, and so yeah, you can definitely do that. You can definitely do that. Somebody has requested up. I don't know if she was tapping or she had another question. Oh, yes, I am on. I decided to stream on a YT because the episode that comes out today is kind of late. And so I haven't streamed on there in a hot minute. And I just decided to hit go live.
Hey, Faye.
Yes, lady. Hi.
Yes, that's Cinematic Jamaica.
Oh,
So
okay.
he was the one that I was talking to you about now. Is it good for him to be in the comment, or when he goes
Oh,
live, it's better for you to?
he is more than able to. I mean, you could cinematic JA, if you want to request up, you can request up. If you're someone like me who doesn't necessarily like typing, you could request up. You can definitely request up. Let me see, I'm moderated for my own account. So let me pin, um, hold on. Teach him here. All right. I will. The King's Connection. Let me see.
Hello guys, how are you guys doing?
Good night, sir. How are you?
I'm doing great. And yourself?
I'm doing good. Nice to meet you. Boy, I love your uptown accent. And I'm not judging you, but I just kind of,
Same here.
you sound
No, you can't
uptownish.
judge me because we swing it here and we swing it there.
How you mean?
I can't turn on my camera now though, but still
That that
because I just got this message from Stacy and she
that is
Yes.
on over.
Okay.
that's
So I
okay.
know Faith through the King's Connection. Faith talks about everything TikTok, how to make sure your life is not being restricted, how to pin comments, and every single thing about TikTok. So I know that we were having challenges with pinning comments. I was just asking her, And then I saw you on live. She wanted to hop into your live whenever you go live, but I think the daytime wouldn't work for her. So I saw you online, so I just share it with you to see if we can hop on for like 5 minutes, just so she can, assist us with pinning the comments.
Cool, cool.
All
Yeah,
right.
I realize we don't have that.
Yes, and any other question that you might have regarding TikTok. Like I said, she teach everything TikTok. She knows the ins and outs of it.
Just a little disclaimer. If you guys see me either looking down or looking away, I am listening. I'm just maneuvering between three devices, okay? But go ahead, Cinematic Jamaica.
All right, so Cinematic Jamaica. Stacey says my platform is mainly focused on faith-based type of content, primarily for mental health. And so I do a daily live stream for maybe 3 hours a day where we discuss mental health. Now, our approach is not just a regular talk therapy per se. We approach it from a practical and pragmatic angle where we have the conversation based on the niche or the demographic that we're catering to, which is Caribbean people. So we talk Caribbean, so we go to the grassroots and the example, and our main focus is identifying triggers and identifying the root of the trigger, and then we come up with solutions to kind of move forward with it. So this is pretty much what we do. But growing TikTok is not one thing. Stacey has guided me on a few things to improve the engagement side of things and having to grow the community, but there are certain things that we're still novice at. So I'm open to getting some tutelage from you.
Hold on there, the man said tutelage.
I just mess you with you, you're messing with me.
Hey. No, sir. Listen, over here we love those type of things. If you're watching the comments, especially the King's Connection, listen, I live for, although I'm serious and I will teach you and I will answer your question. This is unapologetically me. Tutelage. That's I'm gonna have to team that one. You have to.
Yeah.
You have to. You have to. Okay, so other than not being able to pin comments per se, are you struggling with anything else at the moment?
In terms of connectivity side of things, where we can kind of do that whole, I think I call it the boomerang interaction, where pin comments and stuff. That's the only thing, Stacey, I see that not even me can pin comment. I tried doing it and it's not allowing me to pin comment. Everything else I think I'm pretty cool with. It's just that how do we help to grow the page? What is it that I probably need to do more? When we're going live, certain things that I need to do while I'm live. Those are some of the things that probably, when we don't know, what the layman don't know. So if you have any little gems you can share with me, I appreciate that.
All right. So I'm just taking that. Boy, that's you. That's you. With the white beard, like your salt and pepper.
Yeah.
Boy, I don't know why I had to go look for your profile picture.
What happened?
I won't be able to focus.
I kind of get that a lot though. So I'm gonna dye my beard because I get the sun.
No, don't dye it. Don't dye your beard. Look here. Instead, good people. And I'm not sending you to his DMs because he's married, okay?
Yeah.
I'm just send you for look. Man, stay nice. Listen, I can't help it. When I see God's finest creatures, I have to say it. You understand it? Nice. All right, let me cool, calm, and collect yourself, girl. Stacy, why did you have to? Yeah, that's.
Who's King's connection? Because you know my classmate this.
You know him, King? King, you know him?
King don't know me.
Me say him sweet. Ladies, all right, let me get serious. Let me give some tutelage. All right, so my first question to you, when you're trying to pin comments, what exactly are you trying to pin? Could you give me the sentence that you're trying to pin?
So, for example, somebody might make a comment that Stacey would want to highlight. So they make a reference, oh, I have been there too, and I tried drinking spirulina, for example. I want to pin that comment. So I'm not sure what you mean if it's the length of the sentence or but any comment at all. We try to pin it now. Come on.
So in terms of length of the sentence, I can't necessarily speak to that. But what caught my attention was the word drink. TikTok is very, the length doesn't matter. Thank you, King. What caught my attention was more so the word drink, because TikTok is very anti drink anything, very fuming and stuff like that. So what I was telling Stacy is it all depends on what is being here I am trying to put on some proper vocabulary, eh, people. It all depends on what is being written in the comment. What's being written in mighty God, cover me. Yeah, I was just about to say, so it all, so that too. Okay, what's being said in the comment by the person? Maybe it is that you have your filtered words a little too high, or maybe it is that you didn't even do it deliberately, but that TikTok has kind of like set it to a default where whatever is being said is being filtered, and that is why, that's possibly one reason why you can't pin the comment. So it would be a matter of and of course, I can't show you now because I have you in the box. The best way for me to have you learn what I'm talking about right now is while you're live, where we would probably just do it in the beginning. And I would say, press this, go here, look at this. But ultimately, we're going to have to look at the default setting for the filtered words. Secondly, you cannot, you or Stacy cannot pin any comments while you're in this type of setting. So anytime you have any panelists, you cannot pin anything. Stacy can pin, but the slot for her to be able to pin comments needs to be unlocked. So yes, she's a moderator, and as moderators, you get to choose what they're allowed to do for you, right?
Leverage.
Yeah, exactly. Same, come with a big word, leverage. Listen, after 5 p.m., leverage is a big word over here, okay? It's a big word. It's after 5.
Your friend is giving it.
It's after 5. So yes, so that would have to be unlocked to make sure that she can pin.
Yeah,
Check
she has
the
access to that. She have like the full access to everything.
okay.
Like she can create filter words. Like as in I realize that moderators can type like filter words,
Yes.
and then automatically TikTok will filter those comments. I've seen one moderator did it so far.
Yes, that you can do. So as your live is going, and if somebody says something, if she clicks on, let's just say she needed to take action, whether it was to mute or block, when she clicks on that person, she'll get that option as well to add whatever that person used as a filter word, and it will automatically filter as the live is going through. Another thing to add is when yes.
Before I forget, because when I'm learning, I'm kind of slow when it comes to learning. To be honest with you, I'm a practical learner. I'm a visual learner. You see me? So
okay.
when you say that in a setting like this, are you referring to your live or the grid setting?
I'm referring to being in a grid setting, period. So whenever you have grids going on, you cannot pin anything.
So I have to be solo on the screen in order to pin it. Then so that solves the problem.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Because I'm a little technical with things, you know what I mean? I'm a kind of fish my way around. But now that you put, and that's why I go back and ask you that question, because that sounds like the sore point for me. Because everything else you're saying, I think we're doing is just that point now and say, she told me something about grid. So once we're in a setup, once any guest is on there, once it's 1 grade, 2 grades, 3 grade, once there is a grid setting, we can't pin, period. I can't pin, but can Stacy pin?
Me say, Twan, you come with a U.S. accent, you can't pin. No, nobody can pin at all. What I will suggest though is so in the comments, while Stacy wants to bring highlight to what was said, Stacy, just press down on that person who commented and just keep sending it. If it is that you need to get his attention, or if it is that you want to alert the people in the live that, hey, we're focusing on this question right now, you can do that. Or you can even, you see like how I have this sticker up here above Stacy that says relationship currency?
Right.
Of course, it's going to be tedious if you do it for every comment, but you could also use the sticker to announce the topic or a slight question that you have. It's character limit, of course, to stickers and stuff like that. Or I can possibly show you how to once you have guests, or even without having guests, how you could use your boards to add more
Graphics.
graphics, but
Elements.
more
But we
element.
need
Me
to
say
work
me
on
come with
this
the
about
big
the time.
words. Yes,
No,
exactly.
because you're going on a real. I am into production, so I'm a filmmaker. So me do graphics, me do edit, me do all of that. So I kind of already kind of give my life a vibe and a look. It's just certain technical things we never know. So I created the board. I drop in. I mean, you should check out my live.
I
Because I
am.
have like about 4 or 5 boards that I've already preset.
Okay.
And what I do sometimes on my live now is to go just using the green screen setting. And what I'll do, I'll keep up the options. There you go. I'll keep the options up, right? And I'll just tap between each picture, so my background constantly changes, like a TV, almost live type of. I could give energy to my life. So I'm very creative with it because of TV, isn't it? But certain technical things now, are you are the
Now, man, come
expert?
like how you
So
are the expert. I'm coming over your life to make you teach on the cinematic business.
right, so yeah, so we can do that. But when it comes to you being, the TikTok guru in terms of getting certain tricks in trade, I don't know it because I'm fresh in the trade. So you have to teach me tricks. You see me? While
No,
we,
no worries. We'll exchange because I'm visual too. So whatever I can come over there and learn from you, I will definitely do that. Thank you, Lady B. But ultimately, yes, if you have been trying to pin while you have guests, no matter how many guests you have, you cannot pin. So Stacy will have to be doing like the copy send. And if she is trying to get your attention, like whenever I'm trying to get the King's Connection attention, or if I know he's about to say something, I just do copy send, copy send. And so the same comment is going to keep coming up. Even if other people comment, mine is going to keep showing up until I
right,
stop. Yeah. So it
just
will
spam
get
me
your
in
attention.
other words.
Exactly. Spam. There you go. Another
That's
big word, spam.
me tell you, some is a slow learner, so I have to ask you them
Listen,
why.
after 5, I'm very much slow and I'm unapologetic about it. So ultimately, yeah. So what time do you go live?
I go live 11 a.m. Jamaica time and 12 noon US time, well, Eastern Standard Time.
Okay, so that's my 10
Um,
a.m. because I'm 2 hours
yeah,
behind. You go live every day?
I go live every day as much as I possibly can. Meaning, yeah, me try go live every day, but for the most part, I've been consistent so far. That's good.
Okay, so I'll try to catch you tomorrow morning.
Thank you so much.
You're more than welcome. It was a pleasure talking to you. And ladies, once again, he is married. Miss sending no go fast over the man page. Him look nice. He can leave a nice comment, but he's
Yeah,
married. And if I hear that
and
you have been his DMs,
I don't buy public, so
his wife might
so you
though.
can say hi.
He don't buy, but the wife does. So stay out of his DMs unless you have a real mental health issue. Let me tell you, and don't fake it because we have the spirit of
We know.
discernment around here. All
You
right,
can pick it up, all
all
right?
right.
Two questions, I don't know if you have mental health issue. Just two questions. All right, thank you, though.
You're more than
All right, Stacey,
welcome.
thank you so much, Stacey. I appreciate it.
My pleasure. Hold on, cinematic. Okay, could you talk a little bit about like the engagement issue?
Oh yes, yes. Okay, so in
Boy, I love Stacey because she keep me on my toes.
she's keeping me on my toes too. So engagement while being live or engagement while not being live, or the two overall.
Both.
Okay. Okay. So cinematic, when you start your live, do you share your live out?
Yeah, I share it. I share it to people that I, hope will come over. Yeah.
All right. So the you see that word hope, it doesn't apply in this realm. So it applies everywhere else, not here. So when you press that live button, let me go to it. When you press that live, all right. Um, when you press the live, before you press it, you see the arrow here that says share?
Oh wow.
Yes,
Somehow
you
I skipped that. Yeah.
so you are going to share the live out to everybody that you know because we're not hoping that they come. We're just sharing it out. Who comes, comes. Because as you know, you never know who you're going to connect with or who's going to connect with you. Welcome in Poetic Justice. So before you hit go live, that little share arrow, it's going to alert the people that you're going live. Of course, if you deal with any other platforms, you could send it there as well. But ultimately, before you hit go live, that's number one, welcome universe. So share your live out. And then once you are live, do you know that the same share button is at the bottom of your screen?
Right.
Where
That's the
okay.
one I use after I go live.
Okay, so do the both. Do the before, and then while you're live, share it to your stories and share it to more people while
How do
you
I share to my stories?
so when you are live, the same share button, once you press it, it's
Yeah.
going to give you, let me take a picture. Actually, you know what? Give me 2 seconds. I'll just go live on this phone and show you. All right. So I'm now live on this account. That same
Right.
share button that's at the bottom of my screen, I'm going to click it and it brings up all these things. And see, you hear it says share to your story.
Yeah.
I would just click that. Let me click it. And it's going to bring up a post as though you were sharing any other thing to your story. And then you would just
Right.
click share to story. So ultimately, we're not hoping for people to come. We're kind of like giving them no option because we're sending it out multiple times at different intervals. So before you go live, you're gonna want to use that same share button and send out the live. While you are live, you are going to ultimately share it out again and share it to your story.
Right.
And something that I've implemented in the beginning over the King's Connection, we generally won't start a topic or start something until we have met a certain metrics. Now, before TikTok pushes your live stream out into the algorithm, you need at least 10,000 likes. So, what you can do if you're not doing it already is get to know your people, have cordial conversation. I don't know if you open in prayer or whatever, but have your people tap and have them share out the live equally. So as they come in, you would still connect with them, welcome in, where are you from, do your usual spiel, but encourage your viewers to, you're feeding them, I'm feeding you as well. So guess what? Each one pays one. You tap, you share. You need your people to share out the live. The more people share out, the more people come into your room. And another thing I want to emphasize on, oh, I need to go back live to show you. So a lot of people, give me 1 second. The same share button that is on everybody's screen once they're in your live. If I were to press share right now and let me see, um, give me 2 seconds. Let me just do this. So pay attention to the bottom of my screen. It says that unfollow the noise, shared the live.
Right.
When you encourage people to share the live, and all they do is share it that way by just pressing select people, even if they send it to 10 people, 20 people, it's going to count as one share. I'm going to show you how to do what we call a power share.
Okay. So hold on. So that one share per se is obviously not as effective as doing it ISO, like you just go and share to one and come back out share to two.
So, okay, so
I,
let me take it all the way back. So before you go live, share out your live to your viewers. Once you are now live, share your live to your story. That's you, the host. Once people start coming into your page, I'm going to tell my guests, hey guys, could I get some power shares? Could we share out the live to people? Most people are accustomed with just hitting that share button and sharing it out. The difference between sharing it out to generically just by pressing it, even though I sent it to 5 people, TikTok only counted it as one share. So if I was telling my people, the topic is not going to get started or we're not going to move forward until we have 60 or 100 shares, it's going to take them way too long to do it. I think Stacy's doing a power share right now. So basically, that's why we encourage a power share, because with the power share, you kind of go down all your contact list and you could select. And even when you've exhausted what you could see at the moment, you'll go to the search button at the top. I'll show you. And then you can keep selecting people that you want to send the live out to. So if you currently have, let's just say 10 people in your live, and every 10 person has, like, I don't know, say 300 followers, whether they share to that much or not, you could imagine the volume of a power share that your one live is getting. And those shares count as individual shares versus 5 people for one. So if I share the live out 300 times with a power share, that's 300 share versus doing the share that way and sending it to the same 300 people, and TikTok will probably only count it for like 30 or 10 shares.
So the only thing is with the power share, it is more it costs the manual, then you have to go the one,
But
right?
but it's more effective. So if you teach your people how to do it and give them something to look forward to, I don't know if you do consultations, or I don't know if you do something. Hey, can we get the power shares up? And once we reach this number, we're going to do this, or we're going to just, kind of like reward them with something.
Stacy introduced me to the 5K taps before I opened the box to let anybody in.
Yes.
So she's as I said, she's my little gem when it comes to helping with those little tricks.
Which is awesome. And then while you have the people in the box, do you equally, thank you all for the shares, welcome and ask the agent. While you have the people sitting in your boxes, do you equally encourage them to be active in engagement? Because it's one thing to have people sitting in your panel, but if they're not necessarily contributing to your live, you need to contribute in some way. While I understand everybody's busy and they may need to pause for a few seconds or whatever, but ultimately if I'm having a discussion or I'm having something and I've opened the panel, you need to actively contribute, whether it is the conversation or whether it is with the engagement. So every so often I'm expecting you to tap up the screen, I'm expecting you to spam the comments, share out the live, whatever it is. You can't be dormant in my life, because everything works together for the better good of everybody. The more I see you actively engaging as an engager, maybe you're gonna have a call out section where like, hi Kathy, welcome in. We have some quality people in here. You never know, you might have a surgeon in here, whatever. But if you're not connecting and getting to know the people who are just sitting there are not gonna also engage with other people. So it just makes everybody engage on a whole, if they're there and they're actively engaging, because the more they engage, the more TikTok's algorithm is going to respond and the more people will come into your room. But I'm going to show you how to
So
do.
Stacey
Go ahead.
know about the power
I
shares?
think I saw her do it. I'm going to just give you a visual of how it works. So when people are on your live and you're actively asking them to do a power share, all they have to do is hard press their screen. So what I did was I just hard pressed my screen, and you see the word send, send, send. All I have to do is just hit send and keep scrolling. It's that easy.
I've seen that. Like like when people send a request to come up in the box, and I would tap on the
Invite.
double head, and then I would go on the accept. But on the bottom of that, I see a list of persons that I can send
That you could
invite
exactly same concept. And at the bottom here it says more friends, because it's only going to TikTok could only give you so much on one screen. So knowing that you have 2,000 followers, I would just go to the magnifying glass, press more, and of course at that point I'm gonna have to like type in their handle, or I could once again scroll and just keep. There's a bubble, there's like a circle, you can't really see it, it's faint, but basically once I tap the circle, it gives me a check mark, and then I would just hit send. And if you want to send them a message, so honestly, that's one way that you can get your live stream out there exponentially. You sharing it before you go live, you sharing it while you're live, and encourage your viewers while they are sitting in your panel or in the comments. Hey, let's share it out. Like I said, maybe it is that I don't know, let's just say you gave free sessions or whatever, right? The first person to share out the live 200 times is going to be in the draw for a free half an hour session. Who doesn't have problems? Who doesn't want to just come and look at you for a free session? You know what I mean? So that's another way. It helps you get your metric up and it keeps your live engaged. So ultimately, in your live stream, to keep your engagement going, you need the taps, the comments, and the shares. They all work together to push it out. If one is lacking, the algorithm is going to see your live as it's just sitting there. Why am I pushing you out? Remember that TikTok is a business. And so you want them to push you out, you need to give them a reason to push you out. You need to provide value the same way you as the creator needs to provide value to the people who are watching you. TikTok wants the same from you. Give me value and I'll push you out. That's why a lot of people feel like what's the word that they use? I can't find the word right now, but people feel like, oh, I'm not getting views, I'm not getting this. But ultimately, if you're not providing value, why am I going to your page? Why am I engaging with you? You know what I mean? You could be nice to look at, but if you can't stimulate me intellectually, we're kind of done right there. Same thing with engagement. They all work together. So when Stacy sees that one metric is not going, just encourage the people to lightly tap. I personally, so you see, I'm teaching you, I'm telling you to do it. I don't necessarily do it myself. But ultimately, I should be doing it. And that's what a live is required to grow. You need to push out. So if I notice that, let's just say there were no likes or there were no whatever, I would probably slow down on what I'm teaching, because at the end of the day, I know that I'm providing value, even if it's just to one person. And so for me to continue to sit here and talk and work because I'm at work, I need the love. We need to. So I'll just pause. We'll have casual conversation, but let's top up the live. Can we get the shares up and things like that? And so, thank you so much, Stacy, for the tap, tap, tap. You could also customize and add stickers to, I don't know if Stacy, about that, or if he has any, you could add customized stickers. And so your viewers will be able to engage with them and things like that. And it just continues.
No, I haven't done that one yet.
Okay.
The only thing I did, I think I gave Stacy a special mark apart from the moderators thing where they normally would have on there. I think there's like a circle on her name, on her profile picture. I think it's just mark. That's the only thing I've given Stacy that unique mark, I think. But everything else, no, we need to learn how to create stickers and stuff.
I can definitely show you. So as the agent went into so if you go into the comment section, there is like a little TikTok heart. If you press on that, it will show you the personalized stickers that I've created for the community to use. So let's just say you wanted to create one that says, I don't know, I need help, or I'm suffering, or since you're in cinematic, you can create nice visuals and put them into stickers. And so you'll just influence your community to use the stickers. And as you see the stickers, you will know how to adjust yourself and react to them based on the stickers that are being sent out. So if you had one that says, speak to me, or I'm sad, or whatever, based on the sticker that you would put there, you could just say, hey, how are you feeling today? Let me know through the stickers and stuff like that. It continues the engagement. Not only are you helping towards mental health, but you're teaching the everyday person who just comes on here and all they know is, let me hit requests. Or most people, if you send the camera request, they don't know how to open. So you're kind of like subtly teaching, whether they grasp it on the first try, you're subtly teaching these people how to maneuver themselves through TikTok. And, who knows, you might inspire somebody to go live or create just by doing those small little things unintentionally while being intentional. Thank you so much for the follow.
So much. Hold on. This is so cool, though. I didn't even know about this part.
Yeah, you can definitely.
Okay, now I see where they got those.
So those ones are TikTok created ones. If you go further down, and you should see something. Okay, there you go. So those are some that I asked our friend ChatGPT to create. Thank you, TT University. And so yeah, the Drake one is still there. I don't know why, but thank you so much for the.
So how do you upload it?
I would have to visually show you that, because I cannot show you.
Got you. Right.
Yes. So what we.
Oh, you know what it is, T? I can perhaps kind of Google it too.
You can Google it. You could even ask Chat GPT. But ultimately, if you need a visual, I am there for it. If it's even.
These are practical learners, so what I do, I probably go kind of like give myself
and play around.
And then when you come through now, you can show me the little shortcuts and blah blah blah.
Awesome.
I try to learn smarter and harder. Yes.
You don't know we speak the same language. There's something I wanted to say to you. Oh, without me fully knowing what you do when you're live, but you just telling me what you do, I think you have let me see how many subscribers you have. You have more than enough. I would tap into, of course, you're in Jamaica and mental health. You want to educate the people and change the terminology of how they see it and how they resonate to it. I would honestly encourage you to tap into superfan lives where maybe it is that you are going to have a live one day where you have a set of community members that you know within your community. Welcome in, Jovi. I'm just going to meet you. Maybe you have in your circle, you have a therapist, you have a psychiatrist, same thing. You have a nurse, you have a doctor, whatever. And you announce that, what, today is going to be a special live. We're having a super fan live, and we're going to have these people here. So if you want to be a part of the super fan live to be able to ask personalized questions, get not diagnostics, but lightly, whatever, this is your chance to come in. Of course, it is a subscription, but the way I see it is, if you can subscribe to Bigfoot, if you can subscribe to Lasco, then you can subscribe to the health benefits of your life. The person who resonates with that information will have no problem hitting the super fan. Exactly. I think it's like $14 or $15. I don't remember the price right now, but ultimately that will also grow you, and that will also allow you to maybe separate your live community into where you have a day where it's for the general public, and then you have your days where it's like a closed in. So if I wanted to watch your live on that said day, I can preview your live. I think it's for like 60 seconds or 5 minutes, and after that, okay. Yeah, exactly. So that's also another way. Ultimately, so long as you're providing value and the person who needs the value sees fit, they will subscribe. And before you go live, I would suggest that you do a post. You can do a post, put it on your page, and post it to your stories. Did you know that you can schedule your live in advance, and then there's a little toggle that's for every post that you make? Once you click that open, any post you make, anytime anybody scrolls, they'll see that you're going live on that said day. So that's also promoting yourself and getting some more engagements out there. Thank you guys for the 10.3K likes.
So Stacey had put me on to the make that promo video.
Yes.
And put it up to say, hey, I'm live now, come check out my blah blah blah. So
Yes.
I started that, So I don't know. I guess I'll wait as Stacey I learn how to treat someone. I come tell me guys. You're telling me some of these things. Also,
right here.
Yeah, I realized there's something that you said to me a while ago that it slipped me, because apart from making the post, the schedule.
Yes.
That's what I am gonna need some. But I mean, I want to give somebody else a chance if they want to.
Don't hesitate, because the way it works around here,
okay.
no. So the people who are here, they know me. So if they have a question, they will come up and ask.
Okay.
For those who are unfamiliar and you may have a question, please don't hesitate to hit the request button and come and ask your question, or simply type it in the comments. Thank you so much for the likes, the shares, and most importantly, spending your time with me. Scheduling your live. Let me give you a short visual that I can do here. Let's go.
Stacey, I take note now, because my capacity will be by every break coming and run out,
Oh, you know what? You know what? I made a video on it last week because somebody asked me. So there's a video on my page. Why can't I? There's a video on my page on how to schedule your live. So basically, TikTok will allow you to schedule your live in advance so that it's less work for you. You know that you're going live, and if you need to cancel it, you'll just cancel it. Ultimately, it will allow you to let people know that you are going live. All right, let me show you this way. So depending on how your page is set up, sometimes you'll have TikTok preset on your profile. That's determined by TikTok. Some people get it, some people don't once they've reached a threshold. But if it's not there, you can go to the hamburger menu, and yes, it's called the hamburger menu. Once you reach the hamburger menu, you're going to come to a page like this. Sorry for the background noise. I have my window open and the people that pick me are just being kids. And then you're gonna, from that menu that I was just showing you, you're gonna take what is it called? Settings and privacy. And there I'm going to see live. Oh my Jesus. That's how sorry guys, no judgment, but that's how you know that's not a black kid. Because what?
So sorry.
No, don't worry. I just had to say, because I just looked for you two times. But listen, you come to this thing like this where it says live events. I'm keeping it real. Listen, I wasn't a gentle parenter, though now, if I had to be one, I could be one. But honestly, I had to, to make it too much noise. So basically it brings you to a page like this, and essentially all it's telling you is schedule an event. So let's just say you were having a specific seminar, or you were having a super fan, or whatever it is, or maybe you just wanted to like schedule them to keep yourself accountable. You just click schedule an event, you name it, you set the time, you get to pick the type of live that you want. So you have the choice between an only, oh god, I was about to you
Only fun, yeah. I get it. Some people training people too, but it's all right. I'm out at night. I find it much.
mighty,
For wrap this up now, what you kind next set a client them guys and client time now.
mighty God of Daniel, mighty God,
Mm.
mighty, all
See,
right.
I get have to go off one too, yeah.
Mighty God of Daniel. All right. So basically, you'll pick the type of live that you want, welcome in hand. So you'll have the choices between a regular live, multi guest, or exclusive event. And then you'll just give it a description. And so basically, once you do it once, the description will always stay the same. The event name will always stay the same. You'll just have to change the time and the type. And let me just do a fictitious one.
Oh, that's for your daily schedule if you work your weekday.
So you whether it's so hold on, let me go to, give me 1 second. So basically once you pick time, it gives you the calendar. So whether it's daily, whether it's once a week, whether it's once a month, the
Right.
only difference, the only hassle is TikTok will only let you go so far. So right now I could only go up to August 6th. So I could